Good afternoon to those who listen. June 3rd, 2025, 5:23 p.m. I have to do a video on this. This is MrMbb333. There's some crazy stuff going on. I don't know if you guys know. I know some of you do. There's this flashing light phenomenon that's happening all around the world, and also the purple lights also has been happening. But the flashing light thing, MrMbb333, he's been doing lots of videos on it, and there's he's up over 1,500 different locations all across the world where this flashing light thing is happening. There's a few flashing lights here in where I'm at, but they're all like separate, like one here, one there. So, it could just be something faulty. But, when there's a lot of them happening all at the same time, then, there's something going on. I'm just going to show you a couple quick examples of this, and, just kind of think about what could be causing this. Now, he's saying that it's possible. I don't know the actual cause of this, but it's a theory of his is there's some kind of a power fluctuation in the lights. There's something that's happening, like solar events, and a lot of it seems to be around these solar events, but not all of them. And there's like a power fluctuation happening where these lights are flickering or flashing. So here's the best example. Somebody went through a parking lot. There was a bunch of Teslas. And just what this is insane.
It was noticed by Maximilian, and this just so happened to coincide with the arrival of the super halo and the geomagnetic storm.
I can understand maybe there's a car here, a car there.
Check.
But look at
out. There's not just a few here. There's a few
look at
dozen, quite possibly.
That's insane.
There's 2 parking lots of cars with flashing lights during the geomagnetic storm. And you're going to see more examples of cars with flashing headlights, flashing taillights.
Yeah, it started out, he started getting videos back in November of last year, and it was mainly flashing lights like street lights. And then it started happening where there was like lights like inside people's houses and outside people's houses. And then there was like headlights and taillights flashing. So don't know exactly what's causing it, but a power fluctuation is a solid theory, I guess. It's just kind of odd. So this guy, whoever did this, did a great job. He went all through this parking lot. I'm not sure what it is exactly. It kind of looks in a way like a mall because there's a JCPenney over there. But look at all these cars.
I mean, it's several acres of cars. And all the lights on the cars are flashing, with the exception of these 2 right here. They weren't flashing. I think there was one back there in the back. It was difficult to tell because there were so many. I think there was one over here that wasn't flashing, maybe.
So what is causing this? What do you think is causing this to happen?
Wasn't flashing. But I think that was the
I'm going to show you just a couple more examples really fast.
Absolutely. Magnetic storm, June 2nd. Look at that car right there. Driving through town during the storm with the headlights flickering. And they were is sweeping the earth. This video footage is from Alberta, Canada, and very good video footage. Check this out. Karina filmed this in the rearview mirror of her car as they were driving down the road. Check out the headlights on this big rig behind her. May 30th of 2025, about 48 hours prior to the very strong geomagnetic storm. On April 13th of 2025, noticed a car coming up behind her with the headlights flickering away, and the driver, more than likely, wasn't aware of it.
So what do you guys think? Thinking now, I have, I've had a situation going on, but it's been going on for a couple years, I think. So I don't think it's related, but like when sometimes, and it's weird because it's just sometimes when I park my car and I get out, and I always lock the doors from the inside, and then I'll close the door, and then my lights will flash. The headlights will start flashing. I think it has something to do with the alarm system, because if you go back and unlock it, and then you lock it with the key, then it will stop. But I had it where it was always not, every once in a while it would happen, and then now my passenger side headlight has gone out. I don't know if it's because it's from doing all that flashing, but it's weird because this headlight is fairly new. I think it's like a year, maybe a year and a half old, and it went out, and I replaced it, and then the other headlight has been fine the whole time I've had this car for going on 4 years now, and it's never went out. But this other one has went out, and I replaced it, and it should still be good, you'd think, at least for a while. And this headlight I haven't changed yet because I don't know what has caused it. It could be like a short. It could be like maybe it's not a good connection. It could be condensation might have shorted it out. But it depends on the actual headlight that I need. The little tiny headlight that if that one went out, it's only like $18. But if it's the main headlight, I guess with the high beam, then it could be $118 or $114, something like that. It's expensive, so I don't want to spend a bunch of money and then it just keeps happening over and over again. I really don't drive at night, so I don't really need it that much, but I'm eventually going to have to do it when I can get ahead on money, that is. But I'm trying to find somebody that can just look at it and maybe determine if it's actually the bulb that's bad, or if it's connection or something like that. But anyway, I just want to know what you guys think about that crazy stuff. This is from London, with all the smoke. I guess London must have had smoke too. That's causing, the sun to look different than it normally does. Anyway, power fluctuations. What is causing those flashing lights? And then, it's kind of weird too with the purple lights. The purple lights came before the flashing lights. But there's also I've seen some videos where there's flashing purple lights. So it's just crazy. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. God bless.